Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. In this centennial year of Pelham Memorial High School, members of the PMHS Knight and Lamp chapter of the National Honor Society stand out for their commitment to the high ideals of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Once inducted into the National Honor Society, we hope that each member will continue to uphold these values in the days, weeks, and years ahead. Indeed, scholarship, leadership, service, and character are among the most important elements for a life of meaning. Students, congratulations on your achievement and on your induction into the Pelham Memorial High School Knight and Lamp chapter of the National Honor Society.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome all guests and inductees and our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Champ, and the President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Domenico. My name is Jordan Schwarz, and I'm the class of 2022 President of the National Honor Society. I'd now like to invite the incoming Vice President, Teddy Dunn.
I am now going to read two of our pillars for the National Honor Society. Scholarship. Excellence in scholarships reveals not only that one's store of knowledge has been increased, but also that the individual has endeavored to make the most of the opportunities at hand. Knowledge is both necessary and useful. It can be acquired in only one way, and that is through diligence and effort. It is a truism that knowledge is power, but a necessary corollary that it must be exercised with wisdom. With each successive year, more discoveries have been made, more inventions devised for man's use. Until today, the schoolboy has at his command many times the wisdom of an ancient sage. A little learning is a dangerous thing, but great knowledge makes one humble. Knowledge broadens one's horizon and makes one raise his eyes involuntarily to higher things. It dispels the limitations of ignorance and fear and frees one from the fetters of self. Now, service. The essence of service is love, and without love, service is empty. The love which inspires true service is not partial, but universal. It takes no cognizance of hate, does not foster jealousy. It inspires loyalty and confidence because it destroys fear. Upon every hand are opportunities to render service to an individual, to an organization, to your country, or to the world. By performing the small services at hand, does one become accustomed to serving others until larger opportunities call him. The experience gained through the small deeds serves him in the broader field. Serving others does not entail the suppression of one's individuality. Rather, does it mean the expression and development of it. But in the expression of that individuality, there is not a place for pettiness, greed, avarice, or made ambition. The world is full of self-will, self-justification, and self-love, which are the foundations of the world's ills. Today, the world needs individuals who can rise above the tides of the times and serve unselfishly.
Now I will be reading the remaining two pillars. Leadership. Leadership in its highest sense is not simply an outgrowth of a vigorous and pleasing personality. Leadership, in order to benefit mankind, must proceed from unselfish motives, from a strong character, and from a self-informed mind. It requires constant denial of self, a genuine affection for mankind, and an abiding trust in God. Humility is requisite here. Also, for the success of any cause is endangered when the leader thinks himself greater than the cause. A true leader is marked by self-confidence and poise, both of which are born of experience, knowledge, and an understanding of people. Self-confidence is not conceit, but it's a genuine belief in the righteousness of one's cause and a just appraisal in one's ability and knowledge. The peace and prosperity of the world, the salvation of mankind from itself are in your hands. Accept this charge, and when petty quarrels threaten to deter you, Look ahead to the broad horizon and refuse to be stopped until you have attained your goal. In you, the leaders of your own world today, lies in the hope of the world tomorrow. Character. Character is a structure of thoughts, and nothing outside one's thinking is included in it. It is built of valor, patience, love, purity, moral courage, gratitude, joy, respect, appreciation of the good and beautiful, perseverance in the right, and independence of thought. A character composed of all these elements would be a great character indeed, but it would become noble only so as far as it's tempered with humility. The noblest characters in the annals of history have exemplified this virtue. In our own nation, Abraham Lincoln is the outstanding example. The world admires beauty, ability, and wisdom, but it reveres true humility. The most influential man who ever lived, the man whose centuries after his sojourn on earth commands the reverence of the civilized world, said, "I can of mine own self do nothing." A sound and good character is the foundation for leadership, scholarship, and service. All members and candidates, please rise and repeat the pledge. I state your name, being aware of the honor which is bestowed upon me by my selection for membership in the National Honor Society, do hereby pledge loyalty to this organization. It shall be my earnest purpose to give unsparingly of my time and energy towards the promotion of all school activities. I will strive to be at all times a model student and will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of this society, for which I have been selected, striving in every way by word and deed to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. And now, current Vice President Eric Soderberg.
Hello. Thank you to our incoming President of the National Honor Society, Katie Brandler, for reading those two passages. Now, I would like to read the inductees of the 2023 National Honor Society. Kirsten Agbenyega, Carolyn Albright, Rachel Anderson, Riley Appman, Eli Bache, Shreyas Basavatia, Christopher Blanc, Lauren Blanc, Maria Kate Boldyrev, Leela Brady, Katie Brandler, Larissa Breskin, Natalie Brown, Liam Bruckner, Sarani Campo, Giovanni Carrion Silva, Isabella Caruso, Victor Chang, Thomas Cole, Grace Colkin, Sean Condon, Casey Kreutz, Emma Crotty, Matthew Cruz, Owen Cuomo, John DeVivo, Grace Dunhill, Tobias Demori, Catherine D'Angelo, Eric Elbery, Kate Ely, Alex Estevarina, Victoria Fair, Madeline Finster, Ashley Flippin, Christopher Franchini, Tobias Frey, Kelly Gallivan, Catherine Gilchrist, Allison Goldman, Antonio Golfo, Naya Gonzalez-Breen, Will Gottfried, Luke Green, Julia Gunster, Annabelle Hochberg, Bruno Hochberg, Claudia Ho, Aoife Jeffries, Theodore Johnson, Gavin Kleinberger, Ava Knickerbocker, Abigail Lal, Keneal LaRoche, Audrey Leung, Audrey Levinson, Juliana Liegi, Grant Lover, Miles Myberger, Jack Mallinson, Reese McLean, Julia Meyerson, Henry Matarelli, Christian Montano, Natalie Nakayama, Brian Ndoka, Vincent Nee, and Emma Nordstrom. Now I'd like to welcome back current President Jordan Schwarz to read the second half of the names.
Thank you. Lucian Apisano, Kevin O'Buck, Daniel O'Keefe, Claire Pachuta, Ava Palucci, Aidan Pelinkovich, Alexander Princess, Alexandria Prisco, Catherine Prisco, Amina Pucci, Julian Raspberry, Callum Marine, Tiana Richardson, Lauren Rocco, Isabella Rosado, Michael Sample, Adina Sasson, Jaya Sisharon, Caitlin Sheehy, Robbie Shepard, Jonah Sherbansky, Leah Sherbansky, Maria Shutai, Ellie Soderberg, Christina Stefanese, Quincy Stern, Pierce Stewart Gale, Sarah Tapagna, Peter Tarzne, Daniel Teleshevsky, Riley Teller, Wan Chun Ting, Owen Tolan, Johnny Torres, Ian Urquhart, Courtney Valente, Emma Van Prague, Olivia Vickman, Diana Vilches, Ava Vital, Samuel Wallach, Madeline Walsh, Lydia Whalen, Nadine Whalen, Cooper Winburn, Adam Wolf, Ariba Zaidi, Annabelle Zuzan, and Elizabeth Zuzan. Now for the inductees from the class of 2022. Christopher Anzalotti, Sean Diaz McCarthy, Matthew DePola, Ryan Etesham, Nicholas Loria, Marco Maggiore, Nicholas Pila, and Luke Cartoro.
Good evening. Scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These 4 requirements of entry into NHS have been the core values since the development of the National Honor Society more than 100 years ago. When I sat in my own NHS induction many more years ago than I'd like to admit, I wasn't aware of how thoughtfully these NHS principles were crafted. The more I think of these 4 main values, I'm reminded of the corners of a building. Together, scholarship, service, leadership, and character promote a strong foundation for success. First, there's scholarship. It's easy to associate achievement with good grades. After all, ever since elementary school, grades have always created a numerical benchmark of your success, of one of the things you spend most of your time doing, which is attending school. While all of you who are here tonight have earned commendable grades worthy of your induction to the National Honor Society and worthy of the deep pride we feel for your success, as the NHS values so perfectly point out, your success is so much more than a report card full of grades. So, this brings us to service. Your commitment to service demonstrates that you are dedicated to the greater good of your community and that you are focused on something which is bigger than you are. For what it's worth, I've personally found that one of the many benefits of living in such a small town like Pelham is that it's often possible to see the impact of your service. Whether you are helping young children at the Pumpkin Festival, shopping for groceries for families in need through Thanksgiving in a Box, or cleaning up trash with EcoPal in our parks, giving to others just feels good and can add so much value to your life. And the third principle is leadership. Leadership comes in many forms. Some lead in quiet, steady ways. Some lead by being strategic problem solvers. Some are effective communicators, and others lead in charismatic ways. There is room in this world for all kinds of leaders, and we need you. I have been so impressed by the leadership capabilities of the youth in this town. I have great faith in all of you for your abilities to find ways to emerge as leaders in your own ways. And what is scholarship, service, and leadership without character? Character serves as our backbone and our moral compass, especially as we wade through difficult times like the ones we've faced over the past couple of years. When we guide our lives by honesty, integrity, compassion, humility, understanding, and courage, we can be that much more successful in achieving our goals, even when life throws us some disappointments or surprises along the way. I urge you to consider using these 4 pillars as your guide when you reach for your next goals in life. Hold true to who you are and know that there are many people who believe in your achievements, are willing to help if needed, and are cheering you on. On behalf of the Board of Education, we wish you our heartfelt congratulations for this very special recognition. Congratulations.
Good evening. Scholarship, service, leadership, and character. As I reflect on these qualities this evening, I am reminded of my own personal experiences with the National Honor Society. First, as a student, where I earned my place amongst students just like you, and then as a principal, where I had the honor of inducting students into this prestigious society. The conscientiousness, self-discipline, and commitment to purpose that brought you here tonight are qualities that will serve you well beyond this evening, this school year, and your time in high school. This membership is more than just a box to be checked on a successful high school transcript, more than a college application resume builder, and more than just a source of bragging rights. This membership signifies something about who each of you are as a person and as a student. As I have pursued my own academic and professional accomplishments over time, I have gravitated toward a leadership philosophy that is rooted in military leadership and practice, and one that I now see is also rooted in the same principles as the National Honor Society. It is the be, know, do philosophy. Simple, yet profound, and applicable in all areas of leadership and life. B speaks to the character you have displayed in your academic pursuits and personal relationships throughout your time in school. Know speaks to your knowledge and skills that you have worked diligently to master in all of your classes and in the enriching life experiences outside of the classroom. And do speaks to the leadership and service each of you have demonstrated, which is truly putting your character and scholarship into practice in meaningful, relevant, and selfless ways for the betterment of the world around you. I hope you all genuinely enjoy the recognition that you received tonight and appreciate those who are here to celebrate and honor your accomplishments. As we close tonight, I hope the ideals of scholarship, service, leadership, and character are qualities that remain an integral part of the rest of your life. You have made us proud, and we eagerly anticipate your future successes. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the advisor for the National Honor Society here at Pelham Memorial High School, I have been dedicated to maintaining the traditions of this nationally recognized organization. It has been extremely rewarding to be able to assist and witness this chapter's exponential growth while reaching new levels of service within our school and community. It is with great respect that I would like to wish heartfelt congratulations to all the members of the National Honor Society, and I look forward to working with all of you this year. Before we end our ceremony, I would like to thank those who made this ceremony special and possible. First and foremost, I would like to thank our families for their continued support, effort, and dedication to their children. I would like to thank Mr. Berkowitz and Dr. Champ for joining us this evening, and to our Board of Education President, Mrs. Jessica D. Domenico, for her closing remarks. Personally, I owe a great deal of thanks to Ms. Lindsay Tuthill for her year-round assistance in helping me meet the needs and responsibilities of the National Honor Society, and for putting together the correspondence and certificates. Mr. Steve Ravita for the lighting and recording of the ceremony. our hardworking custodians for the ceremony setup and cleanup, my student induction team, Jordan Schwarz, Eric Soderberg, Katie Brandler, and Teddy Dunn. Thank you for helping with the organization of the ceremony and the NHS meetings. And last but certainly not least, I would like to recognize the Faculty Council because without them, the process of selection and induction would not be possible. Mrs. Tara Carmody, Mrs. Caitlin Cuccia, Mr. Brian Sands, Mr. Andrew Scott, and Mr. Andrew Von Bachkov. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining us.